it felt like our chance. It felt like the game to like kill the will and the hope of Man City, who pretended. Look, I know Villa are there or thereabouts, but Man City are the real ones to worry about, because we all expect Villa to fall off. So I thought, and I'm glad LB said it early on. Liverpool kept them in it in terms of the title race and having some hope there, because I think at 8 points, it's on the cusp of being over.
Well, I was going to tap out at 8, bro.
Yeah, I hear that. And at 8 points, I would have probably been very close to saying it's over. But one more game swing, 4-game swing with what, 15 to go, or have it wasn't going to happen. Now, going into a little break now, where it's Carabao, it's FA Cup, it's not Premier League, it's a chance to maybe get a couple wins and build up some momentum on your front again. Again, with us, you could say similar. We go back into the Premier League game week next week, and it's 6 points. Where, listen, start of the week it was 2 points. So looking at it, 7-day swing, very happy. But I just feel like we missed an opportunity to kill it off in a sense, or put the first nail in the coffin. I think that's what it was last night. You could put the first nail in the coffin for the opposition, and we didn't do it. And the biggest frustration is how poor we played. I just don't get it. Like, when you got an opportunity like that, I expect you to look at players and see they're trying to see something here. They see what we see.
You saw that in the first 20 minutes, though, did you not?
Yeah.
I thought first 20 minutes, I was thinking, damn, this is going exactly the way I was expecting it to go. I thought Liverpool were going to get slapped up last night. First 20, 30 minutes, Arsenal was, firing on all cylinders. Saka was doing well against Gyökeres. Odegaard was involved in the game. And I was thinking, man, and then you just felt like as it got to the half an hour mark, the Liverpool players were like, well, we're doing all right here. You know what I mean? We were still 0-0. And then they started to get into the game. And then the second half, Turkish, I couldn't believe what I was watching, man. Do you know what I mean? It should have been the opposite way around. Liverpool were a better team. Liverpool were the ones with the ball. All right, okay, they didn't do a lot with it, because obviously they didn't have a strong forward line because they've got all the injuries and that. But they were the one that dominated the ball. I just saw Arsenal drop back, and I was like, and at one point I was asking myself, are they playing for a point here? Does he just not want to lose the game or something? But then towards the end of the game, you had like 9 players in the box on a cross. So obviously you did want to win it. Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have committed all those players forward in the box at the end. But it was very weird from Arsenal, man. And like you say, going into that game, every Arsenal player should have been like, we have to win this game. We win this game. And we've got one hand on the trophy, and it just felt very strange.
Were they nervous? Were they nervous, LB, though? They might have been nervous. Because...
Bro, you can't keep being nervous, man. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? This is your opportunity, bro.
There's been bigger tests recently to test our nerve. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when Man City, 2 game weeks in a row, we've played after City, so we've been able to capitalize. You can say that's a certain level of pressure. The same last night. The 2 weeks before that, well, when City won the games first. That was a bigger test of nerve for us, because they closed the game. They went ahead of us for half an hour here. They went ahead of us for a day here. So in terms of nerve, Saeed, I get you, and it might be viable. But we've showed more nerve in recent games. For me, it's like we're so methodical, right? And it tends to work. We've only lost two games, 2 games this season across all comps, and it looks like we wear teams down, and at a certain point we go for the kill. But then there's a little theme going where if you look at Sunderland second half, if you look at Liverpool in this second half, if you look at Chelsea, not because they had 10 men, it was a bit different, but they wasn't really worried too much in the second half either. Certain teams will fight until the very end. Will get through that whole phase of chasing you around for 60 minutes and still have 30 minutes left in them to go for it. And that's where you expect some magic from the front line, maybe, or at least a passage of play to get you off of your seat. And we just don't have that. And that's what the struggle is so far. But we're 6 points clear. So how much can I moan about it? How much can I dwell on it when the reality is we're 6 points clear and we're close to a Premier League title if we do what we need to do? Man City's next few fixtures, don't get it twisted. If Man City were playing, I don't know. I know Brentford are on form. So let's just say Brentford next at Etihad, and then Wolves after that, and then Forest after that. This drop points, I was about to say this L, but these drop points would have felt much worse. City go to Old Trafford next. City go to White Hart Lane after that. City go to Anfield a week or 2 after that. So the expectation still is, as much as I believe in Arsenal doing it, part of that belief is Man City and Liverpool already showing they're not capable of doing it this season. So if Man City don't go through that, drop points in that run, I still expect in the next 4 or 5 game weeks to be. So I'm not going to dwell on the draw too much. It's frustrating. It's annoying. I think Arteta could have been a bit more ambitious, maybe with his substitutions. They were all like for like, and like for like when the game's going against you isn't really going to change up things. None of the substitutions did change up things. Aside from that, what it is listen, that was our worst performance of the season. I've gone through many a season where our worst performance of the season is a 5-0 against Chelsea, or a 5-0 against City, or a 5-0 against Liverpool. Our worst performance of the season this season so far is a 0-0 against Liverpool. So I'll take it if we kick on. Forest away next, go beat them, and yeah, just forget about this one there.
The thing is, right, why I said nervous is that sometimes when you look at it, it's better just to take a point rather than go for it and then lose all 3. And I know it sounds mad, yeah, but Liverpool are still Liverpool. They are poor, but they still have Alisson, Van Dijk. Still got the spine of their team there. They can do something on their day. So from Arteta's point of view, he's probably thinking, yo, listen, the game's not going in our momentum here. We go for it. They get a goal, and that's disaster. 1-0 disaster. So he's probably thinking to himself, you know what? I'll take this point knowing that Man City have dropped points as well. You know what I mean? And the game plan looked to me like it just felt like the handbrakes were kind of on a little bit. Like they weren't, even from the players more so rather than the manager, because the manager changed it. But the players, though, it did feel like, yo, lads, should we go for this? Or should we just kind of...
We have to risk it though, Saeed, man. This game, did you not think it reminded you of City v Arsenal a few years ago? Yeah, he had 0-0.
Yeah.
And Arsenal fans come out of that game. Most of them were pretty happy with the point. And then City won and went every single game for the rest of the season and won the league. And it's kind of like that game yesterday. Most City fans are going, nah, it's over. I was ready to focus on the cups after yesterday, man. And like you say, they were playing with the handbrake on, and this is a managerial thing for me when it comes to that obviously that style of play, because I think Arteta's the one that is a little bit more pragmatic in the way that he sets the team up. But Liverpool played well, man, but they were there for the taking. They're not a good side at the moment, are they? You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I just think the way Arsenal play sometimes is they're more happy to just take a point rather than going for it and risk losing to try and win the game. And I'm not sure. And that's what's happened over the last few years, man. And that's what happened 2 years ago when we won it, when you guys come to the Etihad. And if you would have won the game, you would have won the league.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you in terms of what default is for us. Default is shut up shop not shut up shop essentially, but keep the structure. Don't worry about the attack too much. If we need to take what we need to take, we take it. And that's failed us. But it's failed us in seasons where we've gone up against an absolute juggernaut in Man City those years. This season. And that's why I mentioned the games coming up and Man City a lot here, because under different circumstances, 2 seasons ago against that City, against Liverpool, maybe last season, even on the run they was on, I'm feeling this game a lot more, in terms of the impact. Now I'm still looking around. It's still 6 points. I still expect City to still be going through a rough patch with those away games coming up. I don't see you winning.
I hear it. We're not as good as we were 2 years ago as well.
Yeah. So like you are right. I think there needs to come a point, especially after a window where you've signed 3 attackers, right? Eze, Madueke, and Gyökeres. There needs to come a point where the attack does start doing what the next phase needs for this team, which is to in these moments when games are going against you or you're not getting many touches, a moment of magic. And I don't mean a set piece, maybe a free kick like Szoboszlai, but not a corner. But even those were nullified. Yeah, Liverpool done very well. Listen, I'll give credit to Liverpool. Liverpool done very well. I underestimated them. I just thought they were there for the taking. Haven't seen anything special from them, even in this run of whatever it is, 9 games, 8 games without any losses. I just thought this is probably one step too far with everything on the line for us. But to be honest, the Liverpool performance still looked like they had something on the line themselves. Do you get it? That's the feeling that performance gave, whereas our performance just felt.
They were paying for pride, man, innit? They don't want to go. Liverpool didn't want to go to Emirates and get slapped up like we did last year, man. Like we went there last year, it was fucking embarrassing. But can I start a dialogue, please? Yeah, because I need to speak about someone, mate, and his name is Victor Gyökeres. Bro, this guy, is not a fucking real footballer, man. I'll be real, yeah. Four Premier League games he scored in this season. You brought this guy in, to score goals, and he scored in 4 Premier League games, mate. And you know who scored against as well, Leeds, Forest, Everton, and Burnley. Yeah, when are we going to start crashing it on this guy, man? Because I'm not being funny, yesterday, I forgot he was on the pitch. Fucking real talk, man. I was doing a watch-along. I was like, after like 30 minutes, I literally forgot he was playing. He got hooked after 60 minutes. Yeah, terrible player. His movement, he's such a stiff footballer, mate. Yeah, he's so stiff. The guy has no agility whatsoever, the way that he plays. His movement in the penalty area is shambolic. Yeah, all these Arsenal fans want to go, oh, we don't create. Bro, he doesn't move in the box, man. The amount of times that someone will whip the ball in across the penalty area, man, and he's just fucking stood there like that.
This is it.
Oh, you're awake?
This is it.
He woke up.
Oh,
I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. Apologies. I wasn't sleeping. I was
the Undertaker.
I wasn't sleeping. I was honestly.
He heard Victor. He woke up. Yeah.
No. I'm not even talking about Victor. I wasn't sleeping, but everything else that was covered prior to this, we covered on the mob yesterday, right? So there's nothing Grizz was going to say that I wouldn't say. But on this, we didn't discuss it yesterday, right?
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not even coming with the angle of, oh, he's terrible, he's this, he's that. Let's talk about the remit of a striker at a Big Six club, right? And what a striker at a Big Six club has to do. Yeah, a striker at a Big Six club, you need to score goals, but beyond scoring goals, you actually need to facilitate for your teammates, right? And you need to facilitate to a good enough standard. With Victor Gyokeres, it's the same crap that I'm seeing, because it's the same crap I'm seeing the last 3 or 4 games with Kolo Muani. And I'll tell you what I mean by this. When strikers are not involved in the game, they're very static. They're waiting for the ball to come to them. They're not going towards seeking the ball, trying to make things happen. You need to be a striker that turns maybe a 30-40% situation into a 80% situation for your club. That's the remit of a striker at a Big Six club. Victor Gyokeres does the complete opposite. Even when the balls are played in the box for him to attack, he's not there. His hold-up play is shocking. Even when he gets open looks at goal, he's not clinical. He looks clunky. He looks like a fish out of water at that level. And it's actually scary. He has no impact on a game of football. And this is someone who was literally terrorizing defenders in the Portuguese league and even in the Champions League. He has no impact. No matter what we think of Victor Gyokeres as a striker, he can actually play better than what he's playing now. You know that. He can play better than this. This is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Shocking, bro. Shocking.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to everyone.
Oh.
I think he played better with Mourinho as a striker, real talk. I think he's a better finisher. I think his movement's better. I think he drops in a little bit deeper and links up the play better. Yeah, this Gyökeres just ain't doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, at what point do you drop him and put someone else up there, man? Because if he's not scoring goals, like we all know Haaland, his job is to score goals. He ain't going to do the Harry Kane thing, So score goals, and if he doesn't, then you've got a problem. This guy's, I think, is in the same sort of mold. If he's not scoring for you, what's the point in him being in the team? So I don't really get what's. And Jaden in the chat. Yeah, I was saying Arsenal should have signed Gyökeres in the summer. Of course, most people were. Yeah, it's not revisionism.
I don't know why people say that. Just because
people say it, it's like, bro,
thing,
the guy scored 50 goals. Of course, people said Arsenal should have signed him. That doesn't mean that we can't crash it on him now and saying he's not doing enough. He would score a lot more goals if he just moved more in the penalty area. He just stands in one spot, man. So yeah, I don't know how long you run with him. And people will say, well, we're top of the league, 6 points clear. So what's the issue? But if you can be better with somebody else up top, why wouldn't you consider that as a potential change?
It's the old argument. It's the old argument about being a facilitator and part of a league title winning squad that we have conversations on here as well. We had it with Nunes in the past. We've had it with Grealish and City in the past. We have conversations where we think players, are they really contributing to that title though? And can you do better? And of course, you can always do better. Like even though I'm a believer of the ultimate goal is the team. As long as the team wins, I don't give a shit about each individual. But if you can improve that individual, and there's no doubt, I don't think in anyone's mind on this panel for sure, and even in the Arsenal fan base, I reckon, Turkish, that you can definitely improve on Gyökeres up front, and which will make you even stronger. Do you know what I mean? So that's what you got to do.
Potentially.
I think I'm going as far as goes to say that, you know what, man? I think I see more from Gyökeres, man, at United than I've seen from Gyökeres.
Oh, shit!
Wow. I'm being serious, you guys, man. Like, I think I see more from Gyökeres in terms of being a facilitator. What Toby said is right. I mean, Gyökeres didn't score many goals, but Rashford had his best goal scorer season. And I think a lot of that came from the fact that Gyökeres making these sort of runs.
Stop.
No, I'm being serious.
The thing is, you're right. Gyökeres is a better player technically, but stop.
No, but I'm being deadly serious.
Is that not open and shut case? The fact you've even just said that is mad.
No, I'm being deadly serious because you got to remember when Gyökeres came in here, like he allowed Rashford to make these runs on the left channel here and score more goals. Like people don't realize this, but Gyökeres was a big reason why Rashford had a good season that season. Like he was basically being that guy.
That's Hoyland or Gyökeres. Hoyland or Gyökeres.
Hoyland.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hoyland.
They're both as bad as each other, man.
I got Hoyland.
I'm not doing
Hoyland.
I'm not doing shit with piss. But I want to know Turkish's opinion because Turkish was. Hold on, because I don't know why we're all speaking for Turkish. Turkish was doing up all the celebrations, all of the thumbnails. Speaking of thumbnails, you know what I mean. And today on Loose Cannons, it got loose. It got loose. I want to know Turkish's opinion. Update.
Nah, I mean, why do you want to know my opinion?
Because this is your striker.
Because you're the Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I mean, you lot ain't gonna like my opinion.
You can speak as candidly as you speak on Loose Cannons. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah?
What do you mean?
You want to hear the bomber that he's
Treat
going
this
to
as
lose?
treat this as Loose Cannons.
bomber on
You
Loose
wanna say
Cannons?
to us?
What bomber and loose cat? What were you talking about?
Big
you don't
Steve
know.
dropped the bomber in the group chat, man. You not see that?
Who dropped the bomber?
Big
Who?
Steve, man.
Big Steve. Where's Big Steve?
Big Steve's in Dubai with the Sharks.
So Big Steve is in Dubai watching the Loose Cannons podcast.
So that's how you're gonna spin it.
You know what?
Okay. No, I'm just trying to work you all out where this energy is coming from, if I'm honest. But I get it, man. Big up Big Steve, man. He's probably watching this as well. Big him up, man.
Yeah.
What are you not saying?
What is your opinion on the striker that you wanted, that you were not just wanted, begging for, craving for?
But Big Steve sent you the video, no?
Yeah, but I want to hear it out of your mouth
Yeah,
now.
we want to hear it, man.
Now.
But then Big Loose Cannons loses views.
No,
like, this is
no,
where
no,
the
no,
cross promotion comes in. Like, if you want to hear my, because that's my safe space, right?
No.
You lot can't bring my safe space here. You can't do that. So
Listen, Proton
I'm
VPN
making
is
a
getting
rule
that
now,
cross promotion today as well.
Anything I say in my safe space, cannot be used against me in the big 6 court of law. That's my safe space, bro.
When the man them talk is talking, when the all you can eat Chelsea was eating, it was always cross pollination. And the Proton VPN was on the review, and now it's on the big 6. So I want to hear about the Turkish LDN channel got opinion on the big 6.
Do you know what cross pollination? Do you know what else is cross pollination? When a man is trying to do. When someone's trying to do their post-match reaction on their own channel, and another person comes into the room, interrupts it, and wants to make his own Proton advert and all this bullshit, he didn't care about cross-pollination there, did he? And now he's talking about cross-pollination. Speak openly.
Cross-pollination. This brother used my face on his whole damn thumbnail. My whole head. I wasn't even in that video. Cross-pollination. Talk.
Okay. So if you want a certain angle, people, you go to Loose Cannons. But I'm gonna give you my opinion here, the big 6 angle, right? And let me bring LB
back in.
Let me bring LB back in. So my opinion of Gyökeres is, when I compare him to the other strikers that have come in the summer to the big 6 clubs, I mean, it's neither here nor there. So if we're gonna waste 20 minutes talking about Gyökeres, then have we got 20 for Pedro? Have we got 20 for Muani? Have we got 20
Pedro's been better than Gyökeres, and stop. Pedro's been better than Gyökeres. Muani, I've already told you, I think he's been appalling recently, and I'm not happy with his loan spell. I've already told you that.
How come you can say that and then we move on? But then
no, we're not. I'm not.
With
we're
me,
not
you
on.
don't want.
I'm asking
You don't
you
want
to say
like
the same
the
thing about Gyökeres on this panel. Say the same thing about Gyökeres on this panel when you move on. Simple.
I'm not impressed.
No. There's a different word. I just said Kolo Muani has been appalling. I am not happy with this loan spell. He's playing like a sack of crap.
And I
want you to use the same rhetoric, the same word, the same language.
And I
with
speak
Victor
English
Gyökeres.
in a lot
Kolo
better than
Muani
you
is a
do.
loan. He's a loan.
So I'm going to say
Kolo Muani's playing for a disjointed Tottenham team as a loan signing, and half his games has been played on the flanks. You are talking about a striker who's playing for the best team in the league at the moment with Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Odegaard, Eze, Saka behind him. If any of the strikers of the other big six clubs had that supply line behind them the way they've played this season, do you honestly believe that any of those strikers would perform as badly as he's performed this season? Honestly.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
No, you're lying. You know they wouldn't. You know they wouldn't.
Tubbs, no open play goals since September.
You be quiet over there. Just because Sesko scored 2 goals, all of a sudden, you put your mic on loud.
Sesko, he's got better technical ability, got better hold-up play. Don't talk about Sesko. Right?
Big up Sesko now. So in 10 weeks,
in Sesko, when he's not been scoring goals, he's been showing fundamentals. Like he hasn't been scoring the goals. I agree with that. But at the same time, Gyökeres is stinking the gaff out. You can see. And he's an experienced one. If anything, age is on Sesko's side. He's 22. Your guy's 28. He's nearly an uncle.
Did Gyökeres not put? Because this was so funny. Pedro came in with the reputation of only scoring penalties. Kolo Muani's coming with the reputation of being a big flop.
Exactly.
Sesko's coming with the reputation of is he even ready? Doesn't even put 15 goals in Bundesliga.
Yeah.
But what reputation did Gyökeres come in with?
Facts.
How many goals did he score at Sporting Lisbon against Manchester City?
I mean,
I even believe he was being mentioned with Isak and the Swedish national team.
He came in with 2 reputations. One of the reputations was he bagged 100 goals in 2 seasons. Another reputation was he only bags in the Portuguese league.
Yeah, but you can't score 100 goals. I don't care if it's the Portuguese league, man. You can't score 100 goals in 2 years and then come to the Premier League and only have scored in 4 games. Like that's just. You can't just say, "Oh, that's because the Portuguese is not that washed where you can go from." It's not that washed, bro. You can't go from 100 goals.
LB, they replaced him with some Suarez from the 2nd division in Spain. He's got like 15 goals in 17 games.
Let me be real with you.
That Portuguese league is fraudulent.
I refuse to believe it can be that washed.
Bro, I'm ready to take them out top 10 European leagues. I'm telling you.
Top 10.
Fraudulent.
Bro, look at the striker. Look at the thing is, they used to produce. They actually used to. When it comes to midfielders and defenders, they got a higher success rate, and even some wingers, right? Because let's think about it. Like Ruben Diaz has come from that league.
Neves.
Cancelo's come from that league. Neves has come from that league. Vitinha's come from that league. So they've got a good record. And then if you want to go really back, you got Di Maria and a few others, the conveyor belt for Benfica. But if you look at the strikers, Falcao is the last truly world-class striker that has come from that league. Since then, you've had Jackson Martinez, Bastos.
Falcao came to. I mean, I love Falcao.
Darwin Núñez. Falcao was.
He came to Premier League in the end, and
but his injuries.
Oh yeah, but he was fit.
Yeah, but that was injuries though. I'm talking someone going from when he went from Porto to Atletico Madrid. He was for me top 5 strikers on the planet.
Easy.
Since then, what's the hit rate for strikers? Honestly,
Ramos as well. Remember Ramos? He's at PSG now.
Gonzalo Ramos. Yep, another one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's dark.
Bro, and even Gyökeres' replacement, any on like 16 goals in like 50
that's what I just said
or something.
That's what I just said. He is. They've literally replaced him, and they haven't skipped a beat.
Bro, it's trash, man. I said it, but that Liga NOS is horrible, man. I remember when I said it in LB. Remember when I was saying to you that the Turkey league is better than Liga NOS?
Yeah.
I was saying no, it's not. Turkey league is better, man.
Yeah,
I mean that's a higher level than this league, bro. It's a joke, man. But ultimately, it comes down to like, what do you want in it? Like, if you want to win, if you're gonna win the league without him, then it's cool in it. But at the same time, we still can talk about Gyökeres and say that he's not producing for the amount of money, for the amount of hype, and also a lot of Arsenal fans say we just need a striker. We're gonna win the league, and imagine you don't win the league now because of that, because you didn't have a 20-goal striker. So
that's
So would you drop him then, Turkish?
I wouldn't. LB for the last few games now. I wouldn't care who starts up top for us, you know, because they've all got their flaws. But I agree with you. Marino's probably been the most efficient out of the lot. The problem with Marino is he's also, if he's not nodding one in or having an impact across a minute and a half across a 90-minute game when he's up top, he ain't doing nothing either. So Jesus is probably most involved. But you give him a chance, he's probably going over or wide or into the keeper's arms. Kai Havertz, all right, he's round the corner. Let's see what he brings back. You know, in terms of he's no longer under the rate. Well, he's actually going to be under the lights because of the lack of strikers still when he comes back. So for me, LB, would I drop him? Would I swap him against? Was it Brighton or Bournemouth? I said I'd start Jesus. So from there, I would have tested the waters with someone else. Give Gyökeres something to think about. Oh shit, I've been dropped. Let me come off the bench and do something. Not that I'm saying I've got much faith in that either. Because to be honest with you, I laugh about it. But yeah, if we wasn't top by 6 points, if we was, you know, let's say in Liverpool's position now, I'd be crying about it. Trust me on that. I'd be crying, maybe real tears, because the expectation was you bang it, you get a goal scorer that bangs goals like he does. He comes in and fixes that issue, because we had an issue last season in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net. So who we got next? Forest away.
Forest away.
Yeah, I'd probably. But then we got Portsmouth and Chelsea. I guess Jesus starts one of them. Gyökeres probably starts against Forest. I might start Jesus. Yeah, and that's the next Premier League game, which is most important for me.
In terms of numbers, yeah, how many goals has Trossard got?
6, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Have you seen that stat, Saeed, that Arsenal don't have a single player in the top 20 Premier League goal scorers?
Yeah.
So they don't. Is that a good thing, you think, or bad? Because they're spreading the goals out, but like you can't always rely.
They've been doing that for a while though now.
Trossard's got 5 goals, 4 assists, but Gyökeres has got 5 goals, no assists. Declan Rice got 4 goals, 3 assists. Saka's got 4 goals, 3 assists. Eze's got 4 goals, 2 assists, and then from there, you're going down the list in terms of 3 goals for Marino. So our top scorers are all bundled up.
Yeah, I think Gabriel's got a couple as well, isn't it, from set pieces?
3. I think he's got 3 in the league.
He should have done better with that header right at the end, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
He should have done better there.
Did not hit his knee.
I think it come off maybe his shoulder.
It's a good thing though. I do think that solely relying on one goal scorer is a dangerous game. I think it's better to be spread.
Got to have a spread, 100%.
It's better to be spread around. Like
you got to have
to have a leader.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, you got to have.
He's too busy hair flicking, and you know what I mean, just doing nothing.
I'm actually shocked. I can't believe how bad he is, because I was also one of the opinion that would be a strong signing for Arsenal. I can't believe
everyone thought it would be.
Yeah,
but as Chris says, Premier League's a humbler.